Hey guys, I'm Nick, and on this episode, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make these delicious raspberry choc top vanilla cupcakes. Now, just when you think that they couldn't get more delicious, let me tell you what frosting I'm using. Marshmallow buttercream frosting. Let it sink in. Marshmallow buttercream frosting. So I've got two other videos that are going to show you guys. Actually, I'll put them up here. Marshmallow fluff and marshmallow buttercream frosting. So click on those if you want to learn how to make them. Or you could use normal frosting for this, it really doesn't matter. But these look and taste amazing, guys. So it's a vanilla cupcake and it's got raspberries in it, raspberry jam, it's got that marshmallow frosting on the top and it's dipped in chocolate. What more could you want? So these are the ingredients you're gonna need to make it. Okay, so ingredient time, guys. Preheat your oven to 180 degrees Celsius. We've got some milk, eggs, we've got some sugar, some flour and salt, some vanilla extract, oil, butter. I've got some chocolate here which I've melted and some raspberries. Also, I've got some marshmallow buttercream frosting, guys. You can find that on the scranline.com. Okay, first thing we're going to do is make our cupcake. So we're going to pop all of our dry ingredients into our mixer: flour, salt, sugar, and I forgot to mention earlier that I've got some baking powder as well. Sorry about that. So popping that in there, we're going to give it a quick mix because we want to mix all those dry ingredients up so there's no like sugar on one side and flour on the other. Mix them up nicely on low. So you can do this with a hand mixer, guys, or you can do it with a stand mixer. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to pop our softened butter in there. Now, usually I cut this up into cubes, but today I've softened it enough so that it's definitely going to mix in there. So we're popping our butter in there. And we're going to put that back on low speed and mix it up. So what you're looking for is crumb texture. So little sand crumbs. So basically all of your butter is mixed in with your flour. Okay, so while that's mixing on low, I'm going to pop my oil into my milk, and I'm also going to pop some vanilla extract, just about a teaspoon, and I'm gonna give that a quick mix, and then we're gonna pop our eggs in there as well and give those a good whisk. So I find it's easier to do it this way because that way everything is mixed in, you're adding all of your wet to your dry, making it simple, and everything gets mixed in beautifully. Okay, so pour that in a steady stream, because if you pour it in all at once, you're gonna get lumps of like unmixed dough and then like wet dough, and it's easier if you just pour it in a slow and steady stream. See how that's mixing in properly? So at the moment it's like a thick dough, and then the more you put in, obviously it gets a little bit thinner. Okay guys, scrape down that bowl. Always scrape down your bowl. Now I'm gonna pop some frozen raspberries in there because I want this to be a raspberry cupcake. Kind of like fold those in gently, and then I think I want this to be a little bit pinker, so I'm going to add a little bit of pink food dye in there. So give that a mix and we are ready to scoop. So I've lined a cupcake tray with some cupcake liners. So I'm using an ice cream scoop because I find that is the easiest way to make sure all of your cupcakes are the same size and they bake evenly. So we want to fill these up about 3/4 of the way. Pop them in the oven for about 20 minutes, let them cool down completely, and I'm going to show you guys how to frost them. Okay guys, so my cupcakes baked, I let them cool down. Now I want to put some raspberry jam in the middle of those. So I'm using a knife to kind of cut out a little hole in the center. Now I'm doing it on an angle because I want to not go all the way down to the bottom. Okay, so you can use a piping bag or you can use a spoon to pop your jam in there. Now I'm using raspberry jam. If you really want to, you can use strawberry jam. You can really use any kind of jam you like. Okay, so I'm using a plain tip to pipe these cupcakes, and I'm gonna pipe my delicious marshmallow buttercream frosting on top. So we're starting in the center and we're going around. Now these cupcakes are high hat cupcakes, so you want them to be tall. Now, I have melted some dark cooking chocolate and I've mixed in about a tablespoon of vegetable oil just to thin it out a little bit. and I'm gonna dip my cupcakes in a deep glass, let them drip off a little bit of the excess, put them on a cooling rack to let them dry, or you could pop these in the fridge for about an hour, but really they're gonna harden anyway if you leave them out. So here's the center, and that's pretty much it, guys. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this recipe video. I loved making it, and my mum thought they were really, really cool looking. And my mum thinks I'm cool, so you should make them and your mum will think you're cool. So anyway, guys, the recipe is going to be on thescranline.com. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, because you're going to get some really cool recipes showing up in your feed. Hit the like button as well. That helps me out. It lets me know that you like the video. Now, over here is my last video. So click on that for more deliciousness, and I'll see you guys on the next episode of The Scran Line.